This is the Morning Shower.
Brought to you by Late Night Hump.
Let the news wash over you.
With Jordan Freed,
Brendan O'Brien,
and Reena Ezra.
These are your ShowerHead Lines.
Uber drivers in Britain should be classed as workers and not self-employed, the UK Supreme Court ruled Friday, in a decision that threatens the company's business model and holds broader implications for the so-called gig economy. The ruling paves the way for Uber drivers to get benefits such as paid holidays and the minimum wage, handing defeat to the ride-hailing giant in the culmination of a long-running legal battle. Uber drivers complain, though, "I don't want no stinking boss, I'm my own boss."
A television crew in Ecuador was working on a story outside a soccer stadium when they were robbed at gunpoint on camera by a man who demanded their cell phones. The crew chased after him, but were only able to record his escape on a motorcycle. But at least the armed man didn't take their lunch money.
Texas Senator Ted Cruz and his family traveled to Cancun as hundreds of thousands of Texans were still grappling with the fallout of a winter storm that crippled the state's power grid. The trip drew criticism from leaders in both parties and was seen as potentially damaging to his future political ambitions. Ted Cruz said his family vacation to Mexico was, quote, obviously mistake, end quote. Did he return because of the backlash during the deadly snowstorm or because he got Montezuma's revenge?
It was a year of going through hell for United Airlines. Delta Airlines had the toughest year in its history, and for American Airlines, it was the most challenging year. That's how the executives who run those companies described 2020 in recent weeks. The airline industry is eager to move on, but it hasn't figured out how. Air travel has recovered somewhat in recent months, but it remains deeply depressed compared with 2019, and no one knows when business will return to more normal levels. I could take a guess. It'll probably return to normal levels when you could be in a small enclosed space without catching a deadly disease.
NASA's Perseverance rover successfully landed on Mars yesterday, and the rover did what any great American would do after landing on the red planet. It tweeted. The tweet went out to a rapidly growing audience of more than 1.2 million followers and read, "Perseverance will get you anywhere." Alright, Perseverance, I get it, you landed on Mars, but no need to act all high and mighty by referring to yourself in the third person. You keep this up, and I'm 180 characters away from starting an intergalactic Twitter feud with you.
Politicians from both parties wanted to identify a villain for the mania that surrounded the trading in GameStop stock last month that roiled the markets, alarmed Wall Street, and made winners and losers of many small investors. On Thursday, they took aim at the chief executive of Robinhood, the free trading app that fueled much of the buying and selling. Surprise, surprise, the rich and powerful who rule the land hate Robinhood.
Scientists have cloned the first U.S. endangered species, a black-footed ferret duplicated from the genes of an animal that died over 30 years ago. The ferret, named Elizabeth Ann, was born and is being raised at a Fish and Wildlife Service black-footed ferret breeding facility in Fort Collins, Colorado. Scientists were quick to remind the cloned ferret that she will be necessary in helping to repopulate the species by saying, "Help us, Elizabeth Ann, you're our only hope."
An Arizona woman charged in the January 6th onslaught of the U.S. Capitol bragged in a Snapchat video that she was recently recruited by a Kansas City chapter of the Proud Boys, a neo-fascist organization that describes itself as Western chauvinist and has long forbidden female members. Turns out it takes a proud woman to be the Jackie Robinson of the Proud Boys.
A woman and her 4 children drank their own urine after she was sent false information that this would prevent COVID-19. She said she drank the urine, which contains high concentrations of toxins, for 4 days, adding that she did not trust the coronavirus and preferred to rely on, quote, traditional cures. It goes without saying that all of her children were really pissed off.
An Alaska woman had the scare of a lifetime when using an outhouse in the backcountry. when she was attacked by a bear from below. I got out there and sat down on the toilet, and immediately something bit my butt right as I sat down, Shannon Stevens told the Associated Press on Thursday. I jumped up and I screamed when it happened. The same reaction that most people have when they get their ass eaten.
Thank you for showering with us.
Lather, rinse, repeat every day before noon.
Scrub-a-dub-dub at latenighthump.com.